Hi, my name's Kieran Moore and I'm a portfolio manager at Munro Partners. Today I'm going to be talking about one of our more exciting investment opportunities in the connectivity space, specifically 5G. The first slide is the area of interest as it relates to 5G. 5G is basically a new era in telecommunications, which is focused on speed and software. It's a way of unlocking the spectrum to enable greater speeds, greater capacity and lower latency than anything we've seen before in the 3G and 4G cycles. We've identified the potential winners and potential losers from the 5G structural growth theme. Firstly, the testing companies, which are required to provide high quality and reliable equipment as it's deployed to consumers over the next few years. The small cell enablers, which basically mean 5G can be deployed in any neighbourhood around the world. The telecom providers, who are ultimately responsible for delivering the network, and the tower companies, who are a critical part of the network infrastructure. The box at the bottom, we've identified the potential losers from the 5G theme, which we think are potentially the traditional cable and satellite operators. The reason 5G will become so dominant over the next decade is the speed at which it can offer consumers and businesses. On the left-hand side, we're showing the average speeds of 3G, 4G and 5G out to 2022. As you can see, at an average speed of 170 megabits per second, 5G clearly dwarfs the 4G and 3G cycles underneath. In simple terms, this could mean downloading a typical high-definition movie in just 7 seconds. On the right, we're showing some of the everyday applications which you and I can relate to that 5G speeds will enable. So for example, the connected home, the connected car, medical devices or industrial robotics, even super fast gaming. The key point here is the increased speed and complexity that 5G operates means that it's applicable to many more industries than just telecommunications. So ultimately the cycle of 5G will be significantly larger than previous cycles before it. On the next slide, we're showing the long runway of growth 5G has in front of it today. Currently, 5G, as you can see, is virtually non-existent in connections and mobile devices in terms of penetration. In its current form, 5G exists primarily in laboratories around the world, in the testing phase where the technology is being tested for quality and reliability before it's deployed to consumer use. On the right, we're showing where 5G testing is currently underway, as you can see in most of the developed nations around the world. Importantly, as the rollout of 5G happens over the next decade, many more countries will adopt this technology and start testing this technology over various timelines. Our key beneficiary of early stage 5G is a company called Keysight Technologies. Keysight's the #1 player in the test and measurement space in 5G around the world today. As you can see from the middle of the slide, Keysight is responsible for producing these types of technologies to test the reliability, quality and speed of 5G. Keysight will ultimately be able to grow the sales of these technologies into a new and growing customer base. It will be able to leverage this technology and these sales in providing higher software content in its products, driving upside in margin, and also selling to new customers as new customers and countries adopt 5G. The growth is clearly sustainable given we are only in our relative infancy in terms of 5G penetration. And Keysight was a recent spin-out of Agilent Technologies, so it has a highly aligned and focused management team. On the right, we're showing you the earnings per share, which we think can continue to grow to over $5 in earnings. And underneath that, we're showing you the multiple, which we think should go to approximately 21 or 22 times. This gives you a 12-month forward price target of just over $100. If you'd like any more information about anything I've spoken about today, please feel free to get in touch. Otherwise, thanks for listening and we look forward to speaking to you again next quarter.